Top 15 Most Productive and Fruit Trees in Pots and Small Spaces. Today, we re-diving into an exciting topic for every gardener who is short on space but big on ambition. The top 10 most productive fruit trees you can grow in pots or small areas. Whether you've got a balcony, apartment terrace, or compact backyard, these trees can deliver a rich harvest. And I'll walk you through the varieties, the care tips, and how to make the most of limited space with maximum yield. If you're passionate about container gardening, small space solutions, and fresh homegrown fruit, you're in the right place. And don't forget to hit subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss future videos. 1. Dwarf citrus trees, Meyer lemon, Kumquat, key lime. Dwarf citrus trees in containers? Absolutely possible, and incredibly rewarding. These aren't your average backyard citrus trees that sprawl for meters. We're talking about compact varieties that stay manageable while delivering full-sized fruit. For example, a Meyer lemon planted in a pot about 18 to 20 inches diameter, placed in full sun 6+ hours with a well-draining potting mix and regular feeding, will thrive. According to container fruit experts, citrus trees in pots are a top choice because the pot limits growth and encourages earlier fruiting. They do have specific needs. Ensure the container stays moist but not waterlogged, protect from frost if you're in a cold climate, and feed with citrus-specific fertilizer. Once you've nailed the setup, you'll start seeing fragrant blossoms and juicy lemons or tart limes with so little horizontal space used. The reward is fresh citrus from your patio or balcony. What a treat. 2. Fig trees, especially container-friendly varieties. Fig trees genuinely shine in containers, especially when outdoor space is limited. A fig planted in a pot of around 16 to 18 inches diameter, situated in full sun with good drainage, will establish and produce fruit, often sooner than larger orchard-grown trees. The key: allow the top inch of soil to dry between waterings because container roots dry faster. Some growers bring the potted fig indoors or into a sheltered spot in winter if their climate demands it. For example, Gardening Know-How highlights that container-grown dwarf or semi-dwarf fruit trees in pots need careful watering and good sunlight. Once established, figs can yield a solid harvest. The beauty here is you reusing vertical space and container mobility. If a storm or frost is predicted, you can move or shield the pot. 3. Columnar or dwarf apple trees. Apples in pots? Absolutely. And not just any apples. We're talking about full-sized, crisp, flavorful apples from trees that stay under 6 feet tall. Columnar apple varieties like North Pole or Scarlet Sentinel are game changers. These trees grow vertically with minimal branching, making them incredibly space efficient. You can fit multiple columnar apples in a small area, and they look striking lined up along a deck or balcony railing. Apples do have one unique requirement. Most varieties need a pollination partner. That means you'll either need 2 different apple varieties or plant a crabapple nearby for cross-pollination. However, some varieties are self-fertile. So do your research before buying. For containers, aim for a pot around 20 inches, 50 centimeters in diameter. Use a good loam-based compost mix and ensure full sun exposure. 4. Pomegranate trees in containers. Now let's talk pomegranates. Gorgeous jewel-like fruit and trees that adapt well to containers. In a pot of about 20 inches, 50 centimeters diameter, with well-draining soil and full sun, a pomegranate tree will flourish. Warm climates are ideal, but if you're in a cooler zone, you can move the pot into a greenhouse or sheltered spot during winter. Container fruit guides highlight that tropical or subtropical trees, when grown in pots, allow you mobility for frost protection. Once the tree is established, you'll see lovely blooms and then fruit. And because the tree is contained, you can manage its size and location to suit your space. For balconies, terraces, or small backyard corners, a pomegranate gives both ornamental value and edible reward. A double win. Five, Kumquat or limequat hybrids. Let's zoom in on citrus hybrids like kumquats or limequats. These are especially suited to container and patio life. They naturally stay compact and produce abundant edible fruit. For instance, planting a limequat in a pot roughly 15 to 18 inches in diameter, full sun spot with well-draining mix and regular feeding will set you up nicely. The same advice applies: good drainage, full sun, protective winter spot if needed. Why pick these hybrids? Because they start fruiting earlier and they stay manageable. For someone working with limited space, balcony rail, rooftop terrace, or small patio, these hybrids are excellent. You get the charm of citrus tree life, the fragrance of blossoms, and the crunch or tang of fresh fruit without needing a large footprint. Six, dwarf peach or nectarine trees. Next up, stone fruits. Yes, even peaches and nectarines can thrive in containers. The trick is to select dwarf or self-fertile varieties and ensure you use a deep enough pot, let's say 16 to 20 inches diameter. Full sun, good drainage, and keep the soil moist but never waterlogged. Prune annually to keep the shape compact and encourage fruiting. As one mini orchard guide explains, growing mini dwarf fruit trees in small spaces means you can keep the height around 4 to 6 feet so you can harvest easily. What is rewarding about this choice? You will get juicy stone fruit without the need for a full orchard. On a terrace or small backyard, you can enjoy fresh-picked peaches or nectarines from your own tree. The tree becomes part of your outdoor space, not the main feature.